We're back! It is day 4 of my self-love series for you guys, and I am super stoked that I have made it this far because this week has been pretty crazy for me, but it's been a good crazy. So thank you guys for being here as it's all turning out, and anyway, let's jump to it. I have a new practice for you, of course, on how to love yourself, and this technique is about centering yourself, how to center yourself. And I know with the past few practices that I presented with you so far, I say take a breath, center yourself, so I felt it more appropriate to kind of go over my process whenever you thoroughly want to like just kind of get in the zone and like feel solid with yourself, especially in the middle of like chaos. This is whenever I tend to implement this really cool practice, and it's something that you don't have to be like by yourself in a secluded room, closing your eyes, like you don't have to do that. Like I used to do this whenever I was working at a grocery store as a cashier, and it would be like crazy lines down to the very end of the store because we're having like a major sale or whatever, and I would do this, and it's like you just kind of go through the steps in your head and you consolidate yourself. So the best way, of course, is to kind of be able to step away and do this practice like just so that you can focus more, but this is something you can do at your convenience if you really need to like kind of hold up, like I need to make sure I'm cool right now. So with all that being said, this centering is beneficial for you because it's gonna bring you back down to earth whenever you feel so haywire. This is going to apply to all 5 of your senses. It's really cool. And yeah, like I said, it's something you can do at your most convenience. And the last thing is that this is like an instant mindset shift. It is so cool. And I actually learned this from one of my really good friends who struggles with like severe anxiety, and like you would never think that she has anxiety. So it's just kind of like, you know, if she can do something like this and it works for her, like I'm so like grateful that she decided to share this with me, and I get to share it with you guys too. So let's jump into these steps. There are 5 steps. The first step is going to be breaking away from whatever is making you feel overwhelmed right now. So like I said, you don't have to be by yourself. You don't have to be like, I need a moment, like get away from me. Like you don't have to do that. What I want to convey whenever I say break away for this particular practice is just being able to detach yourself mentally, like acknowledge the fact that like you need like space from whatever's stressing you out right now. So like whenever I was cashiering, I could easily like just be like, yeah, I'm working, but I know that I am in my head and I need a moment to just like realize like I'm still here and like everything's going to be okay. So there's a way that you can acknowledge in your mind like I need to take a moment, I'm going to take a moment, I just need to like break away for a second. Do that. Always is better if you can like be by yourself, but I think I'm making it clear enough. Just be able to acknowledge in yourself you're about to do this practice. So step 2 is going to be talking to yourself like in your mind. You don't have to speak out loud. You can, I think it's actually better if you can speak out loud as you do these steps, but you're gonna talk to yourself or, you know, speak in your mind. And look around for 5 things that you can see. So like right now I can see there's a football, I have a candle, there's crystals, there's a picture, and I have my pen. I think that was 5 things. So that's step 2. Then step 3 is going to be 4 things that you can hear. So listen for 4 things that you can hear. See, I can hear my house kind of cracking sometimes. I just heard, you know, my dad take a step upstairs, and my dogs are outside right now. and I kind of hear like a static in the air. That might sound weird, but like, you know, whenever you can hear like frequencies, I can hear that. Or my ears are just ringing. I can hear it. So that's 4 things, and that's step 3. And step 4 is going to be 3 things that you can smell. Now granted, I know we're not always standing in a bakery, but just kind of think of 3 things that you wish to smell. Like, I wish to smell some roses. I want to smell eucalyptus, or I want to smell like fresh baked brownies, you know, like something that you know you can smell, but it's best to just kind of smell what you can smell so that you're in the environment that you are. And then the next step, step 5, there's actually 6 steps, my bad. Step 5 is going to be 2 things that you can taste. So, of course, I just got done eating breakfast, so I can taste strawberries still. And, you know, I can taste the air. There's 2 things right there. Okay. And then you could also do the whole, like, whatever you wish to taste too. So, I wish I had a piece of pizza and some lemon water. I'm so weird with my foods, but you know, you just think of things like that. Get mindful of yourself. And you know, with both of those steps, where if you can't like smell and taste like certain things and you're wishing, think of the things that make you happy. Like, it kind of gives me a little bit of zeal, like thinking like, oh yeah, I wish I could have that. I wish I could have this. You know, it's pretty cool. And the last step, step 6, is 1 thing that you can touch. And of course, you're always going to be with you, so I tend to, for this step, just be like, I can touch, like, I'm here. Like, I can feel my hands, you know? And, wow, there's another step. In step 7, is taking a breath. So, this is, like, what I usually say is just to, you know, breathe out, and you'll need to say something positive about yourself. So just say, like, I am beautiful, I am here, or I am in control, or I am okay, I am loved. Something that just like reminds you of what you really are about. And we all want to be happy in our day, so say something like positive that is true about you, in which you should know that, even if you don't believe it, like say it, like you are strong. And then you should feel more centered in yourself from walking through these steps, especially like acknowledging your senses and being more mindful of where you're at whenever times are stressful. And like I said, you can do this whenever you're literally in the middle of something and you can't really break away. This is something you can kind of just walk through in your head. Don't zone out too much, of course, but like it takes practice. And I remember doing this one day whenever I was on break at my grocery store job, and it just really got me to feel less overwhelmed, because it was like that day I was getting overwhelmed over a bunch of little things that really shouldn't have made me feel so tense. So it was just a good moment to remind myself that, you know, I need to just realize that things aren't bad, and I got this, and that everything's fine. You know, so this is a great way to do that. So yeah, with all that being said, this is how I center myself, and I hope that helps you guys. Remember, my program, Completely Raw Coaching, is open for enrollment. Please feel free to DM me if you have any questions about it, or you just want tips on fitness and nutrition, or you want help with any of the practices that I've presented so far this week with my self-love series. And I can't wait to give you guys the final practice for tomorrow and day 5, which is Hallows Eve. How cool is that? Yeah, so you guys have a good one. Thank you for the support so far. This has been an absolute joy to put out these videos and have just all the love. It really keeps my fire blazing, so just thank you for everything. Like I said, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.